Hey guys, it's Tech Dad and
Tech Minion.
Yay! And today we are doing a follow-up video, a follow-up to one of our videos. Tech Minion, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about the Gabb phone and the Gabb watch.
Okay.
Watch.
Okay. So I went back and forth about this one. I wanted to take down the video because my views about the item has changed so much that I wanted to take it down, but I decided against it. Left it on to give you guys context for this video. So today, like the Minions said, we are going to be talking about the Gabb Watch 3 Pro. The Gabb Watch and the Gabb Phone 3 Pro. Okay, thank you for that. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. So for those who don't know, those two items, the Gabb Watch and Gabb Phone, provided by Gabb or Gabb Wireless. They are based out of Utah and they've been in business since 2019. And as of this recording, they have an F grade with the Better Business Bureau. Thinking back to when you had the phone and the watch, what were some things that you liked about it?
So some things I liked about it was call my cousins without having to ask to call them on one of my parents' phone. It was like a first kind of real phone. It wasn't like
introduction to a real phone. Okay.
There wasn't a lot of things to do, but I mean, at least it was fun. So.
Yeah. And what about you? What did you like about the Gabb Watch?
I like the games.
Okay, that's important to you. So for me, some things I liked was the fact that only approved callers could call that number, call the phone and the watch. It was simple and easy to use because it didn't have a lot of apps. I didn't have to worry about them watching videos I wouldn't approve of them watching or playing, games I wouldn't approve of them playing. Also, it was a great first introduction to a smartphone, like you said earlier. Unfortunately, that's where the positives end. There's a list of things we didn't like about it, and we're going to get into that now. So, Tech Minions, what are some things that you didn't like about the Gabb phone and the Gabb Watch?
For the Gabb phone, there's like barely any apps. It said like over 100 plus. There wasn't really any apps that interested me. Maybe like a piano app and stuff, but that was it. Then it had no internet. There was like no browser. Even I tried the Samsung browser or the Knox browser, and it did not work. There was barely any freedom, and it didn't really feel like a real phone.
Okay. What were some things you didn't like about the Gabb Watch?
I don't know.
Okay, so we get that you liked the game, but you don't know what you didn't like about the Gabb Watch.
I know.
Okay, what do you not like about the Gabb Watch?
But one thing I didn't like, when I was wearing the watch and I was being active, but I didn't set an activity, it wouldn't count anything. The only thing that it would count was steps. That's all.
So it would count your steps, but it wouldn't auto-track your other activities.
No.
Okay. Well, here's my list of things I didn't like about the Gabb phone or the Gabb Watch. So number one was customer service. When we purchased the item, when we purchased the phone and the watch, on the site it said that they have a list of pre-approved apps. You, as a parent, can go on the site and then request or submit a request to have them review and then approve a new app to download. For example, I submitted a request to download YouTube Kids. After about 4 or 5 days, I didn't hear anything back. So I submitted another request. A couple of days went by, still nothing. And those are just two examples. There were more submitted for some apps that I thought was safe for them to play with, but nothing. Number two was the phone was big. It was bulky. It was the what is that? Samsung Galaxy. Was it A13?
A13,
Yep. And it's a 6.6 inch.
which is really big.
Yeah. And then number three, the apps were very restrictive. Like I said before, it didn't have a lot of apps, and when I submitted a request, I never got my request. I don't know if it was even approved, if it was even reviewed. It never got approved. Number four, it didn't feel like a real phone because it was so restrictive. There is not much you can do on it besides call and text those contacts you have saved in there. Number five, you have to submit a request to have an app on the phone. I submitted that request and mine never got approved. Next one was it costs more than to just add on my family plan. So we got the premium plan.
The advanced.
Advanced plan, yeah. So they have three tiers. There's the basic, there's the middle tier, and there's the advanced. This one came with Gabb Music because you wanted to listen to kid-safe music. So we got that one. Like he already said there was no games on the internet, so it might as well be a flip phone. And then finally, this one I saw all over the place. So I blame myself for this as well. I should have done some more research, but guys were excited about it, and they had a promotion going on at the time. So I was like, sure, why not give it a try? Kids safe. But the final one was a huge one that's all over, when you look up the reviews. One that came up a lot was the fact that they continue to bill customers even after termination of service. In my case, I terminated service, returned the watch and the phone, and they continued to bill me. I then had to get another card and put it, because they won't let you delete your card information from their site. So I had to get another card, enter that card information, and then freeze or deactivate that card. That was the way to get around it. But what about you, Little Tech Minion? What was something you didn't like about a Gabb watch? Did it have a lot of games?
We only had one.
It only had one game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was something you did? What was another thing you didn't like about it?
Only people who your parents gave permission to track their location will be able to call the Gabb watch. Then
So about that, right? Speaking of the Gabb watch, I'm not sure who they went through for service, but there were times when he would be standing right next to me, and I'd call him and it wouldn't ring. So I wasn't sure what was the deal there. And when we checked the watch, it said it had perfect reception. Yeah, when I dialed his number, it didn't ring. Same for the other the other minion. I think your mom also had issues calling your phone too. So I'm really not sure what the issue was, but his mom was not able to call him. Every time she called him, it went directly to voicemail. Let's move on from Gabb. So we turned a page. I folded. I cracked. It was hard to go back, after introducing him to something I thought would be, his first smartphone. When we found out that it wasn't going to work for us, we started looking for solutions. Unfortunately, we didn't find any because most of the competitors at Gabb were also based in the same location, and I just didn't want to deal with things like that anymore. So I begrudgingly got him a real phone. And which phone is it?
So it's basically the one that we're recording on right now. It's the Pixel 8, but we're recording on the Pro version. It's much better than the Gabb.
Of course you would say that. Okay, so I got it because one, my current wireless carrier was running a promotion where I could get the phone for free, and then I'd only have to pay $10 a month for him versus $40 a month. The replacement Pixel 8. What are some things you like about the Pixel 8?
So one thing that I like about it is that it's an AI phone, which is what everyone calls it. Number 2, I don't, just like the Gabb phone, I don't get any spam calls, but I can screen it, which I have it set to automatic. So when a stranger or someone calls me that's not in my contacts, I'll automatically screen it, and I can see a summary of what they said and what the screening thing said.
What are some things you like about the Pixel 8? You don't know? Okay, for me, some things I like about it is the fact that it's a lot more freedom, less complaining from him. He can't get some apps. Now he can call his cousins, call mom and dad, download apps with parental approval, of course. I wasn't just gonna give him a smartphone and just hand it over to him. So I got parental control application, but we'll get more into that later. For me, the cost of $10 versus $40 and a item that works more than the other one did, to me is a win. But yes, go ahead, Ann.
So another thing about the call screening, even if you call this person frequently or it's already in your contacts, you will always have the option to ask if urgent.
Yes. Hopefully you don't scream mom and dad calls.
I don't do that.
Okay.
At least when my friends call that.
Okay. Well, it's a great device. I'm happy for him. He's happy with it. I like it too. Only issue is it's an existing number, so people we don't know call that number, and I don't know, but it's something we can deal with.
Say you're not 18 and you have like a debit card or something and you want to add it to your phone. It will say you don't meet the age restrictions for the wallet or whatever.
Yes. He's talking about Google Wallet. You want to put your card in Google Wallet?
You do that.
Yeah, do it. But I mean, what are you buying? But yes, there are some restrictions. For example, if he had a Pixel Watch, because the account is a supervised account, his phone account is a supervised account, a parent has to approve it or add it to their account. Okay. So, like I said earlier, I wasn't just gonna get him a smartphone and just hand it to him. It's just like that. Okay. So I got it and paired it with something called Family Link. Earlier we said we were gonna make an announcement. You want to tell them?
Sure.
Or hey, you want to tell them? What does Dad have to go do?
Do some work.
Okay. Tech Dad has to go put on the uniform for some time. In the meantime, Tech Minion is gonna the minions are gonna keep the channel going. So, but I was going through my phone the other day and I came across some older videos of when Tech Minion was a toddler. So write in the comment if you want me to upload those. Then, I thought they were really entertaining, but I'll leave it up to you guys to decide if you want to see that or not. But yeah, that's it. So until our next video, or until the Tech Minions next video, don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
I call my million my children. I call my children my millions. Who's taking over the world?